Every year, more than 15 million pilgrims travel to Mecca. By 2030, Saudi Arabia wants that number to reach 30 million. But there's one problem. The holiest city in Islam has no airport. None. Every single pilgrim, whether arriving from Jakarta, Istanbul, London, or Lagos, must land somewhere else, then travel hours by road or rail to reach Mecca. For decades, that somewhere else has been Jeddah, specifically King Abdulaziz International Airport, and while it has expanded massively over the years, it is now reaching its limits. Congestion, delays, infrastructure strain during Hajj and Umrah seasons. So Saudi Arabia made a decision not to build an airport inside Mecca, which remains religiously and geographically restricted, but to build something almost as impactful, a brand new international airport designed specifically to serve Mecca, located in Taif. And once it opens, it will fundamentally change how millions of pilgrims enter the holy city every year. Mecca is one of the most visited cities in the world, but unlike most global destinations, it has a unique constraint. It cannot have a traditional international airport serving it directly within the city. Religious boundaries, geography, and urban density all play a role. Today, nearly all international pilgrims arrive through Jeddah, about 70 kilometers away. On paper, that sounds manageable. In reality, during peak Hajj season, it becomes one of the most intense passenger surges anywhere on Earth. Flights land back-to-back, terminals operate at maximum capacity, immigration lines stretch for hours, ground transportation systems are pushed to their limits. Even with dedicated Hajj terminals, the system is under constant pressure. Saudi Arabia has invested billions into improving this. High-speed rail like the Haramain line, expanded highways, and upgraded terminals, but demand is growing faster than capacity. And with Vision 2030 aiming to double pilgrimage numbers, the existing system simply isn't enough. Taif, a city located about 70 kilometers east of Mecca, sitting at a higher elevation with cooler temperatures and far more available land for development. Saudi Arabia's plan is centered around a completely new airport project, the expansion and transformation of Taif International Airport into a major global gateway. This is not a minor upgrade. The new airport is being designed to handle millions of passengers annually, with infrastructure specifically tailored for pilgrims. That includes large-scale arrival halls, streamlined immigration systems, and dedicated transport links directly to Mecca. The goal is simple: split the traffic. Instead of forcing all pilgrims through Jeddah, a significant portion will land in Taif and travel a shorter, less congested route into Mecca. From a logistics perspective, this is a game changer.
The obvious question is, why not just build an airport in Mecca? The answer comes down to a combination of religious, environmental, and urban constraints. Mecca is not just a city. It is the spiritual center of Islam. Development is tightly controlled, especially in areas surrounding the Haram. Additionally, the city is surrounded by mountains, limiting space for large-scale aviation infrastructure. Building a major international airport would require massive land clearance, environmental disruption, and potentially impact sacred sites. Taif, on the other hand, offers space. It offers flexibility, and crucially, it allows Saudi Arabia to build a modern airport from scratch, designed specifically for the future of pilgrimage travel. The new Taif airport is part of a broader aviation expansion strategy under Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030. The country is investing heavily in aviation infrastructure to position itself as a global hub connecting Asia, Europe, and Africa. This includes not just Taif, but also major expansions in Riyadh and Jeddah, as well as the launch of new airlines and logistics networks. But Taif is unique because it is purpose-built around one specific demand: religious tourism. The design focuses on efficiency at scale. That means faster passenger processing, optimized baggage handling for large groups, and seamless transfers to buses and trains heading to Mecca. In Hajj season, when millions arrive within a very short time window, this kind of efficiency is critical. Even small improvements in processing time can translate into hours saved across the system. Right now, the journey to Mecca looks like this: land in Jeddah, clear immigration, wait for transport, then travel over an hour, often longer in peak conditions, to reach the city. With Taif, that journey becomes more distributed. Some pilgrims will still use Jeddah, but others will land closer to Mecca's eastern side, reducing congestion on western routes. Travel times could become more predictable, bottlenecks could be reduced, and the overall experience, especially for first-time pilgrims, could become significantly smoother. There is also a strategic advantage. By having multiple entry points, Saudi Arabia creates redundancy in the system. If one airport faces delays or disruptions, others can absorb the traffic. In aviation terms, this is about resilience as much as capacity.
This isn't just about pilgrims. It's also about economics. Religious tourism is a major pillar of Saudi Arabia's non-oil economy. Increasing the number of pilgrims directly translates into billions of dollars in revenue, from airlines, hotels, transportation, and services. A more efficient entry system means more visitors, shorter processing times, and higher throughput. Taif itself is also expected to benefit. The city could see increased development, new hotels, and expanded infrastructure as it becomes a key gateway to Mecca. In effect, the airport turns Taif into a strategic node in one of the largest annual travel movements in the world. Zoom out, and this project fits into a much larger picture. Saudi Arabia is not just expanding capacity, it is redesigning its entire aviation ecosystem. New airports, new airlines, massive investments in tourism and infrastructure. The goal is ambitious: to become one of the world's leading aviation hubs while simultaneously handling the largest religious gatherings on Earth more efficiently than ever before. Taif is a critical piece of that puzzle. Not the biggest airport, not the most high profile, but arguably one of the most strategically important, because it solves a very specific, very real problem. For decades, Mecca has relied on a single primary gateway. Jeddah carried the burden, and for the most part, it worked. But the future demands something more. More capacity, more efficiency, more throughput. The new Taif airport represents a shift from a single entry system to a multi-gateway network, one designed for scale, for growth, and for the millions more pilgrims expected in the coming years. It's not an airport in Mecca, but in many ways, it's the closest thing the city has ever had. And when it opens at full scale, the journey to one of the most important destinations on Earth will never be the same again. If you love aviation and global infrastructure stories, subscribe for more deep dives like this. Hit the bell so you never miss a video, and join us as we break down the systems that keep the world moving. See you in the next one.